Hi guys, this is Arun, and today in this video tutorial we are going to create a simple counter application for Android and iOS using Flutter. So let me show you the demo application that we are going to create in this video tutorial. So this is the simple counter application, uh, and at the bottom of the page there is a floating action button. When you press this button, then the counter value will increase. So this is the simple counter application that we will create in this video tutorial. So let's jump into the Android Studio and write the code for this application. So first of all, I will select all the code that is pre-written by Android Studio and remove all. And I will write main method first, and I will call the run app method of material app package. It is also present in my Cupertino package. What we will call material app package. As this run app method takes widget as a parameter, so we will create a simple widget. We will create a stateless widget for that. I will name my stateless widget as my app. So I will my app. Now I will pass this instance of this my app in the run app method. My app, and I will call this. As this is a single line function, main function is single line, so we can write it as like this also using fat arrow function. Now instead of returning container, we will return material app so that we can set the title and home page of the body. Material app. Now I will set the title as a counter app. So I will set counter app and home page as the home page is the entry point of the application. So we need to create the home page also. So I will take a home page as a stateful widget. Actually, because every time when you press this button, the state of the page changes. So we will need to create a stateful widget. So I will create a stateful. Now I will name my stateful home page as my home page. So I will take my home page. You can put whatever name you want. Take what you would name. And now I will call the instance of my home page here. Home page. Now instead of returning container, we will return scaffold so that we can set uh, app bar. So I will return scaffold app bar. App bar. I will get the instance of the app bar. As now we need to pass the title. The title. And we can as a text. We can put hard-coded text also, but we will take it from the constructor. So I will create a global variable constructor final string title, and I will initialize this title using constructor my home page this dot title. I will also pass key, so I need to create key, and I will pass this key to the super of this constructor. Super key and key. Now, while creating the instance of the home page, we need to pass the title. So, as the title is a named parameter, so we need to pass title also, and I will pass title as home page. I will take name as a home page. That's why I'm passing home page. Now, I will use this title here. So, for that, I will use visit dot title. Now let's run the application and see how it look right now. As you can see, the app bar is showing and home page, because we have set it home page as home page. Right now it's not showing nothing in body because we have not designed body. So we will design body also. We need to body. As in the demo application you can see that all the data is in the center of the application. So we will take center widget, and child of the center will be column. So we will column, and we will generate the children. The first I will take text, because these two are in text. So we need to take two text in a column, vertical column. First you will now in the second text we will put the counter value. Now to show the counter value, we need to create a counter variable that will change. So I will create an integer variable counter, and I will initialize it with 0. Now I will pass this variable here, counter. Now let's see how it look right now. As you can see, it is instead of showing at the center, it is showing in the top, but data is showing correctly. Like counter value, we have set it initially 0, that it is showing 0, and you have this text is also showing. So first we will make it at center. So I will set main axis alignment of the column, main axis alignment the center. Now let's run again. Now you can see it came on the center of the page, but the size of the counter value is still showing small, so we need to increase their font. So I will write style theme dot of context dot text theme, and I will put headline 4 so that it will look like a bit bigger. Now let's run again. Now you can see the size of the counter value is some bigger than this title. Now we need to design the floating action button. So I will create a floating action button which is provided by scaffold. Floating action button, I will need to create an instance of the floating action button, and now we need to call the callback method on press of this floating action button. So on press, and this method will take a function that will be called whenever we press the floating action button. So we need to create a function that will increase the value every time when we press the floating action button. So we will create a void function, void. I will name it increment counter. Increment counter. Increment counter, and this method will increase the counter value every time when we call this method. So I will first set a state and counter plus plus. Now call this method increment counter here, so that whenever we press the method, this method will call. So increment counter. Now let's run again and see the code in action. Now you can see there is no icon in the floating action button because we have not set any icon, but it is working well correctly. So first of all I will set the icon. Now we have to create child icon, icons dot add. Now let's run again and see how it look. Now you can see that it will perfectly as a demo application. When you press here and the value is increasing. So that's for this video tutorial. That's for this video tutorial. In the next video tutorial we will create another clone application.